Hello and good evening, everybody. So we got already Nick Muller, the Ipswich fan, obviously, because all the county fans are over on Twitch at the moment, just finishing up after the unfortunate defeat to Fortuna Sittard in the FIFA quarantine. Yeah, a big gutting. I thought there was a dodgy penalty given, and the geezer was trying to sweaty his goals and stuff like that. Who he's playing, but hey, there we go. Such is life, Such is FIFA. Evening, lads. How's it going, mate? You okay? How many body else? How many other people or anybody else just watched the ultimate the ultimate team, the FIFA game just now, the county FIFA game. So who we got coming in? So Nick Muller's in. Tonbridge Angels are fine. That's good news. I hope all football teams are fine. Good evening, Bailey. Good evening, Matthew. So anyone else think that Ty got robbed in FIFA? I reckon I reckon if there was a bit of a FIFAing going on there, to be honest with you. Everything he was trying to do just didn't seem to pull off. He just couldn't seem to pull anything off, to be honest with you. But there we go. Is that like with me when I play FIFA? One game I'll go on and I'll kick someone's ass. I beat them 6-0, and then all of a sudden I go against somebody and I just cannot, and I just literally cannot do anything. You know. But there we go. It's just FIFA for you. When you get FIFA, you get FIFA, and there's nothing you can do about it. Alex Matthews saying, Taff, play me, you aid. Right. Are you on PS4, Robbie? I'm on PS4, mate. Exiles TV says wasn't a penalty. Completely agree. I think it was dodgy. But hey, there we go. At least he was getting his tactics and all that right. Hopefully he was taking some notes on that one. But yeah, a bit gutting that the county are right to quarantine. I'm sure Ty himself is a bit gutted. But like I say, FIFA's FIFA. When it fucks you, it fucks you. And I think he got fucked in that one. Xbox, the superior console. Really? Gotta disagree with that one, mate. I've always been a PlayStation man myself. Never ever bought an Xbox in my life. PlayStation. Xbox is Microsoft's attempt to keep up in the console world, or to get into the console world, so to say. They should just stick to PCs personally. Exiles TV, I have those problems, but it's problems, mate. So you're on Xbox as well. Every fucker's on Xbox. Why can't someone else buy a PlayStation? Jesus. Um, is Rob Taylor okay? Well, as far as I know. Sam G needed this. Needed what, mate? What, this? Um, maybe we got the birth of a pro clubs team going on, yeah? So Robbie Argyle is saying for all the Xbox boys to get together and start a pro clubs team. Go for it, lads. Go for it. Call it the Taff's Word 11 or something like that. I don't know. Anything. If anybody's on PS4, I don't mind giving them a game one time. But I wouldn't mind giving Ty a go. I reckon I could get past his defence, although his attack does look pretty decent and my defence is shite. The only thing stopping me from being a fantastic FIFA player is I just can't seem to get the defence right. People can just run through me too easy. Not saying that I'm that bad that I lose every game, because a lot of games I tend to do the defence quite well. It's just I come up against some people and it's just fucking impossible. What they're able to do, with a FIFA control pad is beyond me. Absolutely unbelievable. What do I think of Maidstone? So Maidstone, that's in Kent, is it? Is that right? Is that right? Maidstone's in Kent. Anyway, got 12 of you in. How about we get the link shared out? How about we fill this up for once, guys? Because I've got a bloody good night ahead. I'm going to talk shite up until 20 minutes. I got some good trivia to dish out to you. Anyone self-isolating, I might have to do 12 weeks because I'm diabetic. I think it's best that you do, mate. Yeah, definitely 100%. One county fan I played is Callum. He's good. Ollie Graham, yes, we're rivals. Ah, right, so Tonbridge and Maidstone are rivals. Right, okay. So are you going to tell me about the trivia from last week? Yes, absolutely, 100%, mate. So the cliffhanger we left last week on the trivia was Matthew's question that wouldn't go in to this actually came up on Twitter, and I got it right for once. I got the right answer. And if I remember rightly, Jermaine Pennant was the correct answer, wasn't it? And to be fair to Matthew, it was a tough question. The only reason I thought of Jermaine Pennant is because there had to have been a Zaragoza connection for Ander Herrera. And I thought, well, the only player that would have played with all them other players, other than Ander Herrera, of course, would have been someone from England who went to Zaragoza. And the only one I could think of was Jermaine Pennant. That's why I gave the answer, and that's why I got it right. There we go. So, yeah, obviously a big gutted for Ty and Newport County's hopes of the FIFA quarantine tournament. And fair play to Leyton Orient for kick-starting that. I got to be fair, that's an absolutely great idea, and it's brought a lot of the football community together in the worst of times, so fair play. Alex Matthews, Taff, what's your team like, Taff? Expecting Team of the Year players and icons? Absolutely none, mate, because to get Team of the Year players and icons, you've got to put money into FIFA Ultimate Team. And you just got to get lucky enough to have got like a wonder card so you can pass some money on and get a team good enough to, and got all the time in the world to play, rivals and squad battles and all that. So icon swaps are right, okay. In which case you need a bunch of fucking icons in the first place, or special cards in the first place, which you've got to pay a fucking fortune for. No chance. No. I got a good team. I got a good ultimate team, but I just haven't got your team of the year and all that bollocks, I just keep it simple. And I haven't played it for months. I'm all about my career mode with the county, currently in the Premier League and in the quarterfinals of the Champions League, to do one half of my game of double. So the first half of the game of double is Football Manager, second half is FIFA, but I usually tend to do it the other way around. I always tend to do it. No, last year I did Football Manager first. I won the Premier League and the Champions League on Football Manager before FIFA. This year I won the Premier League on FIFA first. Football Manager's a bit slow at the moment. Don't know where the yawning's coming from, sorry guys. So, bloody hell. We're setting up some FIFA games here, guys. Setting it all up. So, who else is bored out of their effing skull at the moment? So, Sam G's only just started his career mode with County. Here's one to trust me with when you're just starting a career mode. Spend plenty of budget on scouts and tap up the top European leagues for loan players. Players who are actually listed for loan in different leagues, good leagues across Europe. Trust me on that one. Should rename the country to the United Boris. Whatever floats your boat, mate. Nick Muller, my videos are getting more views because people are looking for football. I guess the odd sub. Yeah, you're going to get that kind of thing. People who want to get their football fix, they're going to go looking on football channels. And if you're picking up, a lot of views on the back of it, then happy days. Right then, so XR's TV won the World Cup with Wales. Happy days. That's what we want to see. We'll never see that in real life, but it's a nice little what's the word, fantasy to have, isn't it? Elliot Wallace. So Alex Matthews is saying Elliot Wallace, EW Labs. Sam G, Taff isn't Labardi so sick on FIFA? I don't know, I've forgotten all about Labardi on FIFA, to be honest with you, mate. I pretty much got promoted to the Championship in the first 3 seasons, and Labardi didn't make it that far with me. Made it League One with me, of course, but that was the end of the road for him. And I don't think I got promoted with him. I think I sold him before I got promoted. End of the day, you can't be all lovey-dovey with the players that you usually sort of associate with. In real life, you've got to move on, and if you want to get somewhere on that game, you've got to ditch some of the underrated players. And even, it's like last season, I took Keanu Marsh-Brown all the way to the Championship with me. You know what I mean? It's just mental. You just got to go with whichever players are serving you the best at the end of the day. Labs, joking, I'm not conservative, but when the guys do, yeah, of course he is, yeah, absolutely. I mean, I don't really like to bring politics into the live stream that much, to be honest with you, but Boris is doing what he's got to do, and people saying he's left it too late to encourage people to self-isolate, etc., etc. Well, he's given people the opportunity to actually be responsible about it themselves. Now, if individuals, are irresponsible, you can't blame the Prime Minister for the actions of an individual. But he's not tried to go gung-ho like the other countries and impose, the old martial law lockdown. He's wanting to give people their freedoms still, but to be responsible with them. And if they don't take them, they don't act responsible with them, that's their own problem. And now he's had to escalate things. But he gave people the opportunity to be responsible about it did, and people couldn't be. You know, people lifting freaking, cartons and cartons of fucking bog roll, out of the shop all at once. People still going down the pub and, meeting their fucking mates in the street and stuff like that, and congregating in all different places. I mean, people have the opportunity to keep hold of their freedom. We're going to end up on lockdown next week. I can see it now. All bookmakers have shut. That's one good thing. Well, I mean, people like to have a flutter. People like to go and put a bit of money into the old roulette machines and stuff like that. But hey, oh God, sorry. Yeah, as you can imagine, it's been a bit of a boring day, and I haven't done an awful lot to keep myself active, so I'm a bit at the moment. Luke County, which home nation benefits the most Euros being delayed? So which home nation benefits the most by the Euros being delayed? I don't know, to be honest with you. I don't think it benefits anybody having it delayed. Actually, no. I mean, if you think about it, there's a lot of good players coming through on all sides at the moment, and I think having a year will give the likes of, say, Fraser Gilmore the opportunity to be a fully fledged Scottish international by then. That would, but Scotland not in it. What the fuck am I on about? I think Wales will benefit a lot because we got a lot of good youngsters coming through, and another season under their belts. I think Wales are going to be even stronger. So I think it definitely benefits Wales in a way. But I suppose the same can be said for England. I mean, they got a lot of good young players coming through at the moment, and they're all hitting the heights of the Premier League in first seasons and things like that really well, especially the ones coming through at Chelsea. So for me, everyone's going to benefit in some way unless there's older players who may retire by then or may not be as sharp as then. I don't think it's going to bother England that much. The only thing for Wales is Joe Allen. I don't think Ramsey and Bale have got anything to worry about for just one season. But, I think Joe Allen is possibly one player who we could miss out on. Gunter, maybe, maybe not. Hennessy, maybe, maybe not. But there's a lot of good players coming through that even if we don't get to have them, we're going to have a much stronger squad in 2021 than 2020. So I think we benefit the most from it. Good question though, mate. Well done. Dolan Battle Labardi on FIFA. Exactly, I mean, FIFA don't really do their homework that well. Polion can't shoot. What, on FIFA? No, we can't. I put him out on the wing because he's so fast, and I just got him to, lay off my sweaty goals with Hammond, and well, Tristan gets really good. Mine, Tristan Abrahams, stick him on constant training right the way through. Always have him training. I ended up getting him up to a 78. When I got promoted to the Premier League, he was my top scorer, and I ended up selling him for, I think it was about 15 million or something like that. I sold him on because I managed to pick up a nice, good striker on a freebie. I can't remember who he was now, because my career mode's advanced as fuck now. I got like 88 plus rated players all throughout the squad. I'm fucking mental, with my team on there. But in the early Premier League days for me, yeah, Tristan got up to a 78, so it was definitely worth nurturing him into a player. So the count is a bit low, but the 15 of you that are in, we are going to kick on with this, and in 7 minutes' time, we are going to get going with the trivia. We're going to do it on time this time. Wales only have Allen, whereas England have all the youngsters a whole season to go. Exactly. Millwall Taff, nice to hear you safe and healthy to you all in Wales from me in South London. Millwall, you are an absolute gentleman. Thank you very much, my friend. Yeah, it's good to have you in as well. I'm keeping healthy. I've been hand sanitizing, sort of really well. I've been working a lot with good sort of antibacterial wipes. So I've been killing things around me a lot, to be on the safe side and all that. And I've been keeping away from people. Didn't go to see my mum on Mother's Day today. Just the measures you've got to take, unfortunately. The same for Leanne. Not having anybody to join me on this until we feel as though it's going to be safe for people to come in here. For people themselves and for us, of course. Thinking of everybody in this whole thing. And I want to gather your thoughts for any of you that watched my video on the coronavirus that I put out last night. I definitely want to know what you guys think of my idea for them to resume the season in September and have a one-off competition mixing all of the football leagues. So there's a mixture of good Premier League teams, Championship teams, League One and League Two teams in like a zoned off group stage of 10 teams. Would it be 9 groups of 10, with two of them being, is it an 11 maybe, yeah, because it's 92, isn't it? So no, 10 groups of 9 with 2 being a 10, and then everybody plays at 8, and then I think it's the top 16 teams. So the way it'll be is each winner, and then the best second places will get through to a playoff, and then you'll be a one-off winner of this competition. I mean, it'll make it so it'll be the majority of the main Premier League teams that'll actually be in there, and then it'll just set it all up ready for the start of next season. So the conclusion of 2019-20 will then lead into the start of 21-22, with that one-off competition as the gap filler, effectively. So I'm just wondering what you guys thought of that if you watched it. Those individuals going down Barry Bados in these circumstances need their heads checked. They need their heads caved in. They do. I mean, what actual fucking arseholes. Fraser Gilmore. And I mean, there's me going on about friggin' Scotland. Yeah, Chelsea will be the next golden generation. Jason Smith. I think I've got to agree with you there, mate. There's a lot of really, really good players coming through Chelsea, and they will be a force to be reckoned with again in the next 2 or 3 years. But the thing is, there's a lot of good players coming through Liverpool and Man City at the moment as well. So will Chelsea's golden generation be hindered by the fact that Liverpool and Man City are as good as they are now, but also have their own golden generation coming through at the same time? I mean, Liverpool have always been affected by the likes of Chelsea and Man City coming into money. Whenever Liverpool start getting some traction, there's always a money spinning team in their way. Although Man United are the ones who tend to end up winning the league, or Man City won it the last time Liverpool should have. Well, the last 2 times Liverpool should have won the league. But I think it's Liverpool's turn now. Liverpool need to win this league, and they'll deservedly win it. And I think they may win it again next season. Now the monkeys off the back, they'll go on and start winning them again. All the football injuries should be over by the end of this. Yeah, well, that's the thing. Everyone's going to have a fresh squad, aren't they? There's no football to play for people to get injured with. The only problem is fitness. I mean, are these footballers going to sit in their houses and become fat bastards like me? There's a good chance some of them will. Do you want to hear my football chant, Excel's TV? Yes. I won't be able to hear it, obviously, but I'd certainly like to see the lyrics to it. I do anything to get my football back. Well, there's only one thing you got to do to get your football back, and that's just sit and wait. That's probably all got to do, mate. NCAFC vlogger, hi mate. Hi NCAFC vlogger, what's your real name? Does Hammond have a song? Hammond does have a song. He does, absolutely. Yeah, it's the old Torres song, but then it's for Hammond. I think there is a copy of it on this channel. Tommy Tynan is the one. So are you watching the new series? Are you all watching the new series brought to us by Michael Green on FIFA? So he's basically, for those of you who don't know, he started a player career as Tommy Tynan, a 15-year-old budding young star coming through the Newport County ranks. He's already like a 69 rated, already good enough to play in the Championship, striker. But he's going to be the driving force behind taking County forward. The second coming, calling it. It's looking like it's going to be a good series, guys. Definitely worth jumping on with that one. Alex Matthews, best pack on FIFA 20. Mine is Team of the Year trend. I haven't had a good pack on FIFA since 2012. No shit. I got back when they first brought out the black inform card. It was the first season of doing that, and I got a 92 rated inform Messi, and I absolutely went berserk, as you would imagine. But it was good. It set me up for the season, yeah. But then I have not had a single good card since then. I don't think I've had anything worth more than 200k as a card since 2012. and I've been doing Ultimate Team since the first ever Ultimate Team in 2009. So yeah, let that one sink in. Eh? I even had a Team of the Year card. The only informers I get, I think that the best informers I've got would be around about 82 or 83 rated. Absolute cack. So yeah, I don't get good packs anymore, mate. And I've done pack openings on you, and you've seen how shit they've been. And you've seen on you when I had a Man City Argentina thinking I was getting Aguero, and it turned out to be fucking Otamendi. I mean, what the actual fuck, like, you know? Absolute ball ache it is playing Ultimate Team. So I end up quitting it, or I don't quit it as such, but I just end up giving up on it really, really quickly. Matthew Mazza, my dad has had to self-isolate because he had a transplant 8 years ago. This year, so I have to be careful. Fucking hell, mate. Well, he is hoping that your dad stays safe and healthy, mate. Nick Muller, the whole country will be cleaner after this with all the washing of hands. Yeah, good shape. Chris Hussey, Taff, your use is never safe with those sausages you call fingers. Oh, that's a bit fucking uncalled for, isn't it, Chris Hussey? What an absolute cocksucker you are. Piss off. Sam G. Arsenal have a few decent youngsters. Arsenal do have a few decent youngsters, but they don't have the calibre of youngsters that Chelsea do, really, do they? Pipe your next county manager. Now, there's a shite, lads. I tell you what, if Flinney did move on, bringing in Pipey as the manager could well be a shite. But is Pipey manager material, or is he just captain material? Because not all captains make good managers, and not all managers used to make good captains, you know. Thoughts on them scrapping League Cup, FA Cup, checker trade next season? Massive loss of revenue for lower league clubs. Well, obviously I just put out my idea of what I think we should do next season. I think we should resume next season. We should resume next season in September. Just write it off until September, so everything is given the opportunity to get back to normal. At least everyone knows where they stand then as well, and then progress as it goes, you know. And then do what I said, finish the season off. It'll be done by the beginning of December. Take December off, restart the one-off half-season idea that I had to go on in January, and then it'll probably end by May. You know, like I say, it shouldn't take more than 4 months to play the games. I think it's for the teams, for the groups of 10, there's 18 games. For the groups of 9, there's 16 games. You know, I think we definitely play those games, you know, without being too much of a hindrance on the way up to those playoffs and that. Or what you could do is break it all off into a separate playoff for wherever you finish. So it's not just the playoffs for the teams to finish at the top, but then break it off if you finish, you know, first and second. You know, you get into the playoff. You know, the winners playoff. Then if you finish third and fourth, you get into the second tier playoff, and then all the way down at the bottom. So the bottom two at least got something to play for afterwards. More games, more money. Even make it two-leggers if you need to. You know. You'll have more subs in the actual Newport channel soon. The reason being is that they don't tend to push the YouTube as much as they should. I don't think they realise how much money they can make, because we make money from this through adverts. I don't think the club realises how much money they can make from having their own YouTube channel and doing it properly. So NCAFC Vlogger is Michael Green. Well, hello NCAFC Vlogger, Michael Green. There's the star of our new FIFA series. A few of you have been calling for one. So are you guys on it? Greaseball, says Chris Hussey. That's poor fair play, says Chris Hussey. I'm just going to ignore you, because you're obviously a bit of a bellend, didn't you? XR's TV, we got Hammond. Yeah, that's a good Hammond chant. It's a shame we've already got them for a minute. Sorry, XR's TV. Hammond is a striker though, and Joe Day is a goalkeeper. Yeah, I suppose, yeah, when you think about it, the comparison is a bit, you know, strange. But when you say he's better than Mbappe, maybe, I don't know. He's not, but you know, manager would probably be a good manager, but would never do it. Don't know what you mean, mate. So Sam G, Flynn in. I'm Flynn in for now. Yeah. Hammond is working on his coaching license. Hey, there you go. There's a future manager. Eh. John's Stellars. It's a shame you spelt Stellars wrong. It's an A, not an ER. Taff, don't cry. Chris was having a laugh, you big fluffy bear. Okay. Uncalled for on your behalf. Fuck you. EWLab's Pipe would never be the manager. He'd never accept it. You think? I reckon he would. I think he'd be up for a crack on it. Anyway, people, trivia time. Will the loan deals some clubs have expired during this season being stopped? I think they'll be working on something to extend them if it's worthwhile. It's a shame that loan deals are more of a... where is that thug anyway, John? Well, we're obviously playing it safe because of the obvious reasons, but it's trivia time, and last week what we did, I read out honours that the players had got throughout their career, and then you had to guess who was the player based on that. So Bailey James, yeah, you'll be number one. What will happen with contracts? They'll just extend them. Exiles TV wants to ask a question, yeah, you'll be number two. Anyway, I'm going to do managers. Hadji or Nedved for me, mate. Georgie Hadji was good, but Pavel Nedved was fucking awesome. Sam G, Labs, yep, and I saw Matthew would be the fifth, wasn't he? Here we go, Matthew. It's as if I knew. It's going to be, I'm going to get all the others right, and I'm going to get yours wrong, isn't it? Well, so this week it's going to be managers' honours. So what I'm going to do is read out what they've won, and you're going to tell me who the manager is that I'm talking about. So, who's ready to go? Number one. So, manager number one won the Serie A in 1992, 1993, 1994, 1996, 2001, 2005, and 2006. He won the Supercoppa Italiana in 1992, 1993, 1994, and 2001. So these are managers now, guys. These are managers. Champions League in 1994, European Super Cup in 1994, and the La Liga in 1997, and 2007. So it's not Ancelotti, Luke. Obviously, it's not Pirlo or Del Piero Maldini because they were players back then. So which manager won those honours? These are the total honours of this manager. So Zidane, no. There you go, Matthew. Well done. It's Fabio Capello. Matthew Marsden takes an early lead on that one. So well done, yeah, that is Fabio Capello, because he was, for two spells, he was the Real Madrid manager and won two La Ligas on two different spells. And obviously won the Serie A with AC Milan throughout the 90s a fair few times. He was the Roma manager in 2001, when they had the bang-in 2001-2002 Championship Manager team. He was their manager then. And then he won in 2005 and 2006, but I would have given it away a little bit too much. They were revoked because he was the manager of Juventus during the scandal, the match fixing scandals. So the Chris Hussey fan club is saying saucy sausages. I don't know where you're getting these jokes from. They're absolute cat boys, honestly. I mean, sort your fucking heads out. Right then, so Matthew got that one right. Well done, Matthew. Question number two. Well, it's not a question really, but anyway. So this manager won the Football League trophy, so it would be like the Checkatrade or Leasing.com trophy now, in 1983. The Football League First Division in 1989 and 1991. The FA Cup in 1993. The League Cup in 1987, 1993 and 1999. And then the Cup Winners' Cup in 1994. So, who is the manager I'm talking about there? Does anybody have a clue? So the way I'm trying to do it is managers who are not really in... managers who aren't really in the limelight anymore, or have retired, if you know what I mean. So Hullet is not that, no. I don't think Hullet would have won the Football League trophy in 1983 as a manager. Bailey James, the Crystal Palace one. Who's the Crystal Palace one? Matthew Marsden takes the two goal lead. I've got football on the brain at the moment. A 2-goal lead. Matthew Marsden is George Graham. And the funny thing is, he won the Football League First Division, which is effectively the Premier League now, in 1989 and 1991 with Arsenal, but then won the League Cup in 1999 with freaking Tottenham. Arsenal legend ended up being the Tottenham manager. Fucked up, innit? So well done, Matthew. That's 2. On to number 3 then. So here we go. The FA Cup in 1978. The Texaco Cup, which was an old style cup back then, in 1973. The UEFA Cup in 1981. The Dutch Eredivisie in 1991 and 1992. The Portuguese Primeira Divisão in 1995 and 1996. The Copa del Rey in 1997. The Supercopa de España in 1996. And the Cup Winners' Cup in 1997. So who be that? A couple of people saying that this is out of their era. Yeah, because all these will be guys who, who don't manage anymore. And Luke Canty has got it right. Robson, yes. Well, Nick Muller gave us the full answer, but we know who Luke Canty was on about. It was Sir Bobby Robson, of course. And Nick, I'm surprised it took you so long to get that one, because the FA Cup, the Texaco Cup, and the UEFA Cup that I spoke about were obviously what he won with your club Ipswich, of course. So then the Dutch Eredivisie with PSV Eindhoven, of course. Then he was also the Porto manager, winning the Portuguese league twice, and he was also the Barcelona manager, but never won the La Liga with them. Obviously, he came back to England in the end. He ended up managing Newcastle for a somewhat successful spell. I know they were up towards the top end, and doing rather well. I know it was their demise pretty much after he left. Right then. Oh, there comes the yelling again. Fucking hell. I think I need an early night tonight, guys, don't you? Yeah, I think so. So I don't think I'm going to be doing an extended stream tonight. But anyway, so we got 2 for Luke Canty, or 1 for Luke Canty, 2 for Matthew Marsden. Right then. Slow type will still be... I suppose you can take a personal victory on that one. Massively underrated manager, great documentary about him. Gaza loved him. Great guy, absolutely great guy, Bobby Robson. Absolutely unbelievable. Great manager, and as you say, correctly say there, he was underrated. Right then, question number 4 then, guys. Football League First Division in 1986, 1988 and 1990. The FA Cup in 1986 and 1989. The League Cup in 2012. The Premier League in 1995 and the Scottish League Cup in 2000. This one should be a very, very easy one. A very, very easy one. Laudrup. No, not Laudrup. So the Football League First Division. So Roy Evans is incorrect. It was the Football League First Division in 1986, 1988, 1990. FA Cup in 1986 and 1989, League Cup in 2012, Premier League in 1995, Scottish League Cup in 2000. So Laudrup won a League Cup with Swansea, but it wasn't in 2012. I believe it was either the year after or another year after that. But it wasn't Evans. 2013 is when Swansea won the League Cup, so it wasn't Laudrup. But Matthew Marsden, there we go. You take the victory tonight, mate. Labs didn't even get any. Luke only got the 1. No Richard Pearce, of course. I reckon he'd have got all 4 of them before you. But hey, there we go. Matthew Marsden, correct. It was Kenny Dalglish. For me, a lot of you should have got that from the Premier League in 1995 because Blackburn were the only team to win it. Well, there was 2 teams other than Man United to win the Premier League in the 90s, and that was Blackburn and, of course, it was Arsenal. Yeah. EW Lab's way too early for me, and I'm knackered, so I'm not really trying tonight. Fair enough, mate, but who said they were going to ask questions? Because I've forgotten, guys. I'm too freaking tired to remember shit, so I'm probably not going to get any questions right tonight. But let's go back. Here we go. So Bailey James is first, so get your question up as soon as you can, mate. Exiles TV, Sam G, then Labs, then Matthew. Get your questions ready. We're going to be coming for you shortly. Exiles TV, get yours ready to post as soon as I finish with Bailey's. And then Sam G, get yours ready. Labs, and then Matthew. So here we go. Right then. Can we kick Chris Hussey? If he was you, I'd kick him in the face and then in the ribs. What if Bobby was the Wales manager? Well, you know, if he was still alive and obviously young enough to be able to do this kind of thing still, then yeah, I'd love him to be the Wales manager, to be honest with you. Played with Glenn Johnson, Steven Gerrard, and who's that? Peris. Who's Peris? Can you redo that one, Bailey? I don't know who Peris is. It kind of looks like penis, but you know, you can tell us an hour not, and then a little bit more round, and it would have been penis. In which case, Wayne Rooney would be that person. So I played with Glenn Johnson, Steven Gerrard. So there's already for me a Liverpool connection. But who's penis? Peris? Oh, I don't know. Bailey, you're going to have to redo that one, mate. Can we get a spell check on that, please? So, Michael, you can have one if we got time, mate. Peris, Arsenal one. Pires, fucking hell. I thought you said penis then. Pires. So with Robert Pires and Glenn Johnson and Steven Gerrard. And Robert Pires. I'm going to say it's going to be Pepe Reina. I'm saying Bailey, I'm saying Pepe Reina. Is that correct? Pepe Reina. Pepe Reina. It's got to be. It's absolutely got to be. Nope. How the fuck? Reina would have played with Pires at Villarreal. Steven Gerrard and Glenn Johnson. Yeah, he played with both of them at Liverpool. I'm sure he did. Did Reina play with Johnson? Yeah. Johnson would have played not long before Reina would have joined Liverpool, not long. So I think Reina played with all of them, mate. So Bailey's coming in with the answer. He's coming in. Are you basically saying that that's the answer? That is the answer. Sol Campbell. Is that the right? Jason Smith, any chance of a night off, mate? So Glenn Johnson, Portsmouth, Pires, Arsenal, and Gerrard, England. Okay then, mate, no worries. I got one wrong then. So Matthew, it doesn't matter if I get yours wrong. At least I've already got one wrong. But that was actually tricky when that one was. Glenn Johnson at Portsmouth, yeah, he would have played with Sol Campbell then. Pires obviously at Arsenal, and Gerrard, yeah, fair play. But I think Pepe Reina is also correct. I think we should have a look at that one, mate. So definitely, I think I want a steward's inquiry on that one. I think Pepe Reina is also the correct answer because he played with all of them as well. Pires at Villarreal, Glenn Johnson, and Steven Gerrard at Liverpool. So I think I did get it right, but didn't get your correct answer. I got a different correct answer. Anyway, steward's inquiry. Can someone like Labs or someone like that have a look at that one for me, please? I want to see it because I'd like to take away that I've got one right in one way, shape, or form. Who's next? Next up, I believe, was Exiles TV. So while someone's checking that number one for me, Exiles TV, get your question up, mate. Let's do it. So Ellis. So we put a question up. I'm not going to take that question because we've already got the list of people doing them, but that's a question for the floor. So if anybody else wants to have a look at that one and have a stab at Ellis' question, then go for it. In the meantime, we're looking for Exiles TV to put his question up so I can answer it for him. Oh, your Exiles TV, you're on a different account. Right, okay, I'm with you. So what team did Ole Gunnar Solskjaer score his first? Fucking hell. That's a freaking difficult question, isn't it? This is just going to have to be an outright guess, really, isn't it? And I'm going to say Sheffield Wednesday. Am I correct with saying Sheffield Wednesday? Has anybody looked into whether Johnson, Gerrard and Perez all played with Pepe Reina for me. I'd like to think that they have. So it's Nottingham Forest. Ah, fair enough. So Labs knows it. So who's next? I believe is Sam G. Labs, could you do me a favour and do some good old fashioned lab style googling, and have a look and see if Gerrard, Johnson, and Perez all play with Pepe Reina, because I want to take a correct answer from that one. I never going to get that one. That one would have just had to have been a complete guess, but a tough question nonetheless. Sam G, you're next. I'll find out the answer to your questions after the stream, Taff, and let you know on Twitter. Thank you, mate. Much appreciated, Matthew. I hate Googling again. He even admitted it in college. Here we go. Admitting it that you're a Googler. You're a freaking Googler. The amount of free shit you got out of us on the back of Googling, eh? Right then, so Sam, it is your turn, mate. No Googling here. Oh, I'll take your word for it on this occasion, mate. But I think the game is up near enough, isn't it? Sam G. Sammy G. Let's be having you. And then it's Labs. And then it's Matthew Marsden. So Sam G, you're up. And then if we have got time. Mate, I've seen the search history. There we go. You nailed, mate. That's it. Callum's done you, mate. Right, so Sam, I'm going to give you until 42 minutes, and then we're going to move on to Labs, and we'll have yours a bit later if you're not around to do the question. So we're still waiting for Sam, and you've got like 5 seconds to get your question up, or at least say something to say you're still here and you're going to put the question up. Right then, so the way, if Sam's not here, it's Labs, then it's Matthew, and then it's Michael Green. And then if, so Labs is your question now, then it's Matthew, then Mikey Green. And if we have got time, Matthew, I know you like to ask as many as you can. I know you like to ask as many as you can, but you know, if we can squeeze you in, we'll make sure you get the opportunity to do that. Right then, EW Labs. I've been a teammate of Axel Witsel, Nani, Sergio Aguero, Jordan Pickford, and Blaise Matuidi. Fucking hell, this is tough. Axel Witsel, so that's going to be fucking hell, Porto, Zenit, some place in fucking China and Dortmund. Nani, it'll be Man United and Sporting. Who did Nani go to after fucking Man U? He went to someone, didn't he? Quite good. Can't fucking think though. I'm not sure if it was Monaco, maybe. Sergio Aguero, so it'll be possibly Atletico. It's only really Atletico and Man City he's played for, so it's got to be someone who's played for City, or earlier Atletico. Jordan Pickford, so it could be an Englishman, or it could be someone who played at Sunderland maybe, or who plays at Everton now. Blaise Matuidi, I can't fucking remember who he played for. But I'm sure if I get the others, I'll get this one. Pickford, mind. Fucking hell. Jordan Pickford is going to be the tough one. I think he's going to be the link. If I can find someone who can link Pickford to any one of them above, I think I may get it. So Axel Witsel, Dortmund. So as I believe, Dortmund. Who did Dortmund have on loan from City? But then at the same time, can't be Jadon Sancho because he wouldn't have. I can't think of how he would have played with Nani. Because that's what I'm thinking of, is because he plays with Witsel now. He would have played with Aguero before going out on loan. Jordan Pickford for England will be quite a Matuidi. I'm not sure who does he play for now. Okay, Labs. I'll tell you what. I'm going to go with Jadon Sancho, just in case there is a connection between him and Nani. So Callum and Taff complete the icon pack from swaps and stream it. complete the icon pack from swaps. I haven't done FIFA Ultimate Team for months, mate. I always give up on the Ultimate Team because it's always shite. Sancho. So other people are saying Sancho. Alright, so Sam G, don't worry, it will be your turn soon. We're just having Labs and Matthew first, then we'll have you and then Michael Green, and then we'll call it a stream then, guys, because I think I want to go to bed in a minute. I'm fucked. Right, so it wasn't Sancho. So Axel Witsel, Nani, Matuidi. I think Matuidi was at Monaco. Jordan Pickford. Could it be an Englishman? Sergio Aguero. Ooh, this is a fucking toughie, boys. I tell you now. Sergio Aguero. It's got to be someone who played at Man City or someone who is Argentinian, maybe. It's an Argentina connection with Sergio Aguero. Axel Witsel, Nani, Sergio Aguero, Jordan Pickford. Because Axel Witsel, Nani. Oh, I can't think of Nani. Who's that defender? That Funes Mori. Is it? Funes Mori, that fucking Argentinian defender who played for Everton. Is it him? Can I have a stab at fucking Funes Mori? And if it's not him, then I'm going to give up. No, it isn't Funes. Go on in, Labs. Who is it then? Good shape though. Really? I must have got close then. There's Mangala. So Nani at Valencia, Witsel Porto, Pickford Everton, Aguero Man City. Oh yeah, Mangala, yeah. Matuidi France, yeah. Fucking hell, fair play. Fair play. Would never have got that, mate. Fair play to you. You absolutely fucked me up then. Callum Whittington, yeah, coming in after he got the answer. It's like picking the lottery numbers after it's been drawn. Right then, Matthew. Then Sam saying that he can't ask a question. I can't ask a question, sorry. Taff, you get this message. My connection gone down the wind. Alright, okay. Sam will make sure you get one in next time, okay, mate? Right then. So we got Matthew coming up. This is the one I want to get right, because if I get Matthew's right 2 weeks in a row, I'm taking a big fucking W from that. Big W. I can see the chat, but not you, Taff. You must have a really bad connection, mate. Can you hear me? Because if you can't hear me, I'm going to say things about you. Right then, Matthew Madison. I played with Paul Konchesky, Damien Duff, Michael Owen, Freddie Ljungberg, Louis Saha, and Steve Sidwell. Oh. Right. I'm going to go with Steve Finnan. Could it be Steve Finnan? I think Steve Finnan with Konchesky at Fulham, Damien Duff, Ireland, Michael Owen, Liverpool, Freddie Ljungberg. I can't think we played with Freddie Ljungberg at, but I'm going for Steve Finnan as a first guess. No? Oh well. Rude, Hallett. Love it. Fucking love it. Alright, Paul Konchesky, who else? Charlton he played for, didn't he, Paul Konchesky? Damien Duff, Michael Owen maybe for England. Scott Parker then. Can we have a look at Scott Parker? You ready for Matthew's no? I've said Scott Parker. Matthew's going to say no. Correct. Oh, fucking hell. Yes. Get it up you. Yes. Scott Parker. Fucking good, isn't it? It had to be the Charlton England connection. I was thinking Danny Murphy at first, but then I couldn't link him with the others. But Scotty Parker, eh? Happy days. 2 weeks in a row, Matthew. There's the smell and the taste of victory there over Matthew Marsden. Living life. Absolutely living life. Can I ask my other one? I'll tell you what. We got Michael Green coming up. And if I get his answer, if I answer his right before the 55-minute mark, then yes, you can ask your other one. Because I won a 3 in a row against you, mate. Big time. Big time I won a 3 in a row. Michael Green, you got 2 minutes to get your question up, mate. 52. Once we're on 52 minutes, Matthew's asking his, and that's us for the stream. So, where are we? Mr. Green, NCFC vlogger. Where are you, my friend? Still yet to beat Labs for consecutive weeks, but the thing is, I still beat you often enough to be okay. Matthew stumps me all the time, and for me to get his questions right 2 weeks in a row, I'm absolutely buzzing. But the thing is, though, guys, right? What you got to remember is when you make your questions so impossible that no one would get them, I wouldn't take a personal victory on that one, because there's a lot of questions that I could have written down for these streams which nobody in the world would get, but I don't, because what's the point of putting out trivia that no one's going to get, you know? But I'm not trying to play mind games with you, honestly. But Michael Green, 52 minutes, and you don't have your question, my friend. I think we've lost you, haven't we? He's gone walkabouts. I haven't seen him post for ages. Not for ages. Still yet to beat me for consecutive weeks. Oh yeah, that's Labs. I would have read that one, didn't I? Right then, so, hey, there he is. I scored the goal in the Championship playoff semi-final between Leicester and Watford to send Watford to Wembley. That was Troy Deeney. Thank you very much, Matthew. Get yours ready. We'll have it. I scored the goal in the Championship playoff between Leicester. Yep, that's right. Troy Deeney. It had to be Troy Deeney. I'll tell you what, here's one back for you. Who missed the penalty? Who missed the frigging penalty just before then, eh? Who missed the penalty? And who saved the penalty? I mean, you're bound to have rewatched that clip on YouTube 100 times like I have, because it's just so freaking epic. Knockout, yeah, took the penalty, but who saved his penalty? Who saved that shit? Who saved Almunia? Well done, mate. You obviously watched that clip a lot, which is why you put that. Yep, you're right. It's okay. Matthew, question. Get it ready, my friend. Ah, go on. I'm ready to smash this one out of the park. This is me with half a head on my shoulders at the moment as well. I think I've done all right tonight. I'm happy with it. It wasn't easy as I think on the spot. Well, you didn't have to. You had minutes. You had about 20 minutes of me answering other people's questions to come up with a good question. Right then, Matthew, who was the only English club to have scored 1,000 goals in each of the 4 tiers of English football? Fucking hell. EWAB says he knows this. NCSC Vlogger says easy. I'm gonna say I'm gonna start with Swansea. I'm going to say Swansea first of all. Swansea City. No. Fucking hell. Hull City. How about Hull? It's not Hull. How about Portsmouth? Portsmouth. No. Oh, fucking hell. You're breaking my fucking balls here, Matthew. Jeez. I'm just going to have to spin off fucking teams off the top of my head now. How about Preston North End? No. Um. I bet Swindon. Trying to think of teams that would have been up there that aren't up there now. That's down in the bottom end, sort of bouncing around the bottom end now. Maybe someone who would have been up near the top end a long, long time ago, and is down the bottom end now. Um, Go on, labs. Give me a clue then. If you're gonna give out clues, I'll, the post-sport era. Hey, Richard Pierce. Fucking hell, mate. You've missed it all, mate. You've missed it all. Have you seen Have you seen what's his name? Probably give the answer. Mine. No, no. Don't give me any clues. Then don't give me any clues. Richard, you might know this. Which team have scored over 1,000 goals in each of the 4 tiers of English football? So Richard will probably know this. This is the last thing we're doing on the stream as well, mate. Sorry to say, but watch it all back if you want. Watch it all back. I think you may have a look at getting some of my questions right. Why is he allowed to answer? Everyone's allowed to answer. I just don't, if I got a feeling someone's going to answer, because I tell you what, then I'm going to have one more shot at it, and then that's it. But I'm going to go with Bradford City. That's my last shape. That's my last shape. Otherwise, I'm fucking had enough. I'm going to say Bradford City. Nope. Go on in, Matthew. Who is it? The team is dead and buried. Fucking hell. It's Bury. Fucking hell. Well, we never got that. Well done, Matthew. You done me over. I was hoping to get 3 out of 3 against you, but it wasn't going to be it wasn't going to happen, was it? But there we go. Oh well. But thanks, guys. I mean, it was a bit of a dead stream tonight. A bit of a shame, but it's good to have the regulars in. I still enjoyed it, nonetheless. I hope you guys did too. And yeah, hopefully people might watch it back once they realise they missed it. My clue should have got that, but there's a lot of clubs have gone out of business and had to restart. Your Accrington Stanleys of the world, Newport County even had to do it. I know we've never been at the top end before, but no, there's plenty. No more football ever. Ah, no, don't worry, mate. There will be plenty of football coming up, but not for quite a while though. Buried. Boom. Well done, labs. Anyway, guys, I'm going to call it time there. I'm a bit knackered. I have got work tomorrow. I'm one of the very few who's going to get out there and keep the country running. So, yeah, I better get myself some sleep. As you can see, I probably look a bit tired. Just been bored over the weekend, just stuck in and fuck all to do, But thanks for giving me an hour of enjoyment anyway, guys, in the meantime. And it's a shame that Ty, and I don't know why, but in the frigging stream, no, not the stream, in the video before, for some reason I called him Eddie. God knows why. You see, I got half a fucking brain on my shoulders at the moment. Tell you the answer to your first question on Twitter. Thank you, Matthew. Thank you. I want to know that I got that one right. Even though I didn't get the right answer, at least I got a right answer. You know what I mean? Anyway, guys, good night. Cheerio for now, and as always, up the county. Thank you all.